Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. On this 04.21.2023, current time is 0540 a.m. Eastern Time here in Upstate New York. That'd be the southern tier of Upstate New York where I live and reside. Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich here on the Twitch, at Fireman Rich over there on Twitter. And that's Jack right there, milling around. And we're getting our day started here on this Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Good morning, Tony. Salute to you. Hashtag positive start to the day. Hashtag PSTTD. And good morning. Yeah, the missus is up. And good morning, Jeeves. Good morning. And we are up not as early. Well, we're working on it. Okay, it was said that, oh yeah, he was up at 6 o'clock and stuff. Hey, I don't have to go to the day job anymore. So, but I've been up for I got up about 40 minutes. I got up about 5 to 10. Or 5 to 10, about 5 or 10 minutes to 5 there as far as that goes, which is almost my normal time. But I've been dilly-dallying, getting this set up, posting my normal regular tweets there, and getting the coffee prepped with the teaspoon of unsweetened cocoa. And you would figure I'd be sleeping in early, or sleeping in. Good morning, Lady Cat, 31. Welcome to the broadcast. After I was up late last night. I've been staying up a little later now that I don't have to go to the day job, and I get up just as early, so I'm not as quick in running around. I'm not pressed for time, so I'm just I'm getting things prepped and all that as far as that goes, and for the morning broadcast here, which we are still doing, and we are doing even better now. As far as that goes, with the new PC box that I had received, and it is working out quite well as far as that goes. Last night after dinner, good morning, Lady Cat 31. Me and Tony, who's in the broadcast, he was gracious enough to come up, even though I told him right after dinner I got tied up and watching Picard, Star Trek. And he's got to watch it still, I believe. But we were on for about 30, 40 minutes or so, and we tested. Guest Stars works for me now. Guest Stars is spot on. Just a matter of what I'm going to be using it for, because you still have Restream, StreamYard, and Evux to bring people up and stuff like that. But it is a different dynamics as far as that goes. And Kentucky Mike, hey, good morning. Glad to see you here. I figure you'd be over there. Randy W. Horton is broadcasting, playing with his game, as far as that goes. I think he's on an off day today. So I was listening to him until I got the air horn. The air horn went off, and I was like, "What the frick?" Turned it off, as far as that goes. So, but we're here on the morning broadcast this Friday. Thank God it's Friday, and some very good broadcasts last night. Late night parents, not parenting, late night parents, because I was on Carmen and Rick's broadcast last night here on Twitch. And they were also over on YouTube doing the multi-broadcasting that Tony preaches about, which I don't do. I stick right here to Twitch, and I repurpose the video over there on Rumble and YouTube. And you can follow me over there on Rumble. I haven't popped this card in a little bit. Rumble is Fireman Rich on Rumble. I'm also over there. And then my YouTube channel at Richard M. Roberts. That's me. Over. Oh, I got another card behind there. And the card behind there is our good friend Ted Hicks, who had late night parent last night. I always say parenting. It's parents. Late night parents or parent. Right there. There we go. And we have Tony D. Tony D was on Ted's broadcast last night. Ted invited me up off on the side. He gave me a side DM, and good morning, Chris Technician. Good morning. And Tony D was on there, And I said, no, the missus went to bed, and I didn't want to make up a lot of noise because I have a tendency of talking very loud, and I don't realize it, especially when I got the headphones on here and stuff like that. Jeeves, Mr. Twix is in the chat there. Just to give Jeeves is a broadcaster here. He does the DJing. He's a DJ. And Tim Fan's in the house. Yo, Tim Fan. Good morning. And Kentucky Mike, man. Thank you for being here, Kentucky Mike. And Tim Fan. Tim Fan's, he's probably on the job site right now, already working and stuff, as far as that goes. And so a lot of good broadcasts doing yesterday as far as that goes. And those are some good broadcasters you need to take a look at as far as that goes. And I got a lot done yesterday. I don't know what I'm going to be doing today other than hanging out here on the internet, as far as maybe finally get to playing some Lord of the Rings online with the game, which is with the new PC box, as far as that goes. But currently here in the southern tier of upstate New York, it's 42 degrees Fahrenheit, and which equates to about 6 degrees Celsius or centigrade. They're both the same measurement. We use Celsius mostly. And as far as that goes, and let me get this back here. And let's see, we got rain showers. We didn't get any rain. It was nice in the afternoon. One of the things I did was mow the lawns. But yesterday morning, after my the audio podcast over there on Spotify for podcasters, I had some phone calls. And I also had to get a printer going again, as far as that goes, to print up some documents and stuff like that. So I was a little busy yesterday morning doing that, but I got them all done. I accomplished everything, even the printer. The last try, it went, and I'm like, holy crap! I was just going to put it away and go mow the lawn, but I ended up printing up what I had to print up, so we can take care of some things next week. And but a very productive day yesterday. So maybe it's good just to kick back a little bit today, as far as that goes. Maybe take a nap. Okay. That might be considered. I can consider that. But especially, it's raining showers this morning, and some sunshine during the afternoon. High near 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh my God, we are in the heat zone there. 85. I might have to put on the list here. I got a posties here. Posties. I might have to put on the posties here. Install air conditioners here. 85 degrees. Wow. Winds south by southwest. So it might be a little cooler than that because it's 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain, 40%, and I don't really see any rain per se. Partly cloudy though. Let's see. Sun will be rising this morning at 6:17, which is in about 23 minutes now. 10:17 a.m. local here in the southern tier of upstate New York. It'll be rising and be setting later today at 7:15 p.m. And our world times and temperature in Honolulu, Hawaii, which is 11:48 yesterday, or 11:48 p.m. yesterday. It is cloudy skies, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. In Phoenix, Arizona, at 2:49 a.m., clear skies, 63 degrees Fahrenheit. Albuquerque, New Mexico, at 3:49, clear skies, 36 degrees Fahrenheit. And let's see, where's Chris's? Chris came in Deming, New Mexico. Where did I have you, Chris? In Deming, New Mexico, 46 degrees Fahrenheit right now, and 78 for the high. We're going to have a higher high than you have. 78 for the high. We have 85 for the high. Out there in Washington State, 41 degrees Fahrenheit. As far as that goes, where Lady Cat lives in Washington State. In Chicago, Illinois, at 4:50 a.m., cloudy skies, 46 degrees, and Tim Fan is saying it's chilly out there on the job site. So as far as that goes. A little chilly out there, and it looks like it's a little chilly in Chicago at 4:50 a.m. Cloudy skies in New York City, the jungle at 5:50 a.m. Clear skies, 52 degrees Fahrenheit, and let's see. Just want to make sure we got things going on in the chat. Across the pond in Cork, Ireland at 10:50 a.m. Cloudy skies, 45 degrees Fahrenheit in Milan, Italy. Milan, Italy. At 11:50 a.m. Cloudy skies, 55 degrees Fahrenheit in Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. 12:50 p.m. 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Sunny skies. This text is so small. In New Delhi, India, at 3:21 p.m. Partly cloudy, partly sunny. 97 degrees Fahrenheit. Mumbai, India, 3:21 also. Cloudy skies. 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Kuala Lumpur at 5:51 p.m. Sunny skies, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. In Manila, the Philippines, there's sunny skies there at 5:51 p.m. 91 degrees there. In Tokyo, Japan, at 6:51 p.m. in their evening, it's partly cloudy, partly clear. 72 degrees Fahrenheit. In Melbourne, Australia, at 7:51 p.m. 63 degrees Fahrenheit, cloudy skies, and partly cloudy, partly clear in Sydney, Australia at 7:51 p.m. 66 degrees Fahrenheit, and there's our world times and temperatures as I speak, as far as that goes. So we're doing pretty good, and let's see, yeah, we're doing pretty good as far as that goes. Can't believe the picture. And Chris Tech, just to let you know, I'm at 0.3% on CPU, 30 frames per second I'm maintaining. So we are doing good. And this is probably the best broadcasting I have ever done currently here with this new box. It's just screaming, especially being able to use the guest stars. I got that set up. I accidentally... when I was setting it all up before dinner, and I said, "Oh shoot, I got to set this up," because I told Tony, and Glick wasn't there, but he was probably busy doing something. That after dinner, if we come up for a little bit, but I got tied into watching Picard. As far as that goes, I didn't think it was going to be that long. It was like an hour show. Did you? Do you still drink? Yes, I don't get the Death Wish is a special coffee, Chris. That's Death Wish is sort of like if I get a, that's $20 a pound, as far as that goes for coffee. So this is just regular coffee. It's actually half and half, I guess. It's half caffeine, half calf. Oh, yeah, it's still coffee. I gotta knock on wood. I'm not coughing. I'm not sick. I take an extra vitamin C, but I get this the Death Wish coffee, and what I'm talking about, folks. Let's see. Do I have it here? No, this freaking disc for the printer is. Oh, I can't get it. Let me see. Hang on for a minute. Oh, there they are. And what Chris Technician is talking about, I'm not full disclosure, I don't work or I don't, I'm a customer for this brand of coffee. This is a great brand of coffee that I love. It's a New York brand. It's the folks there from Death Wish Coffee Company are up there in Round Lake, New York, which is up there a little north of Albany and Schenectady. And it's very good coffee. Very good coffee. I enjoy it. As far as I don't put anything in it, no cocoa or anything like that. It's just a straight coffee. It's a and Death Wishes. I like it, Kentucky Mike. I drink my coffee black. This is the only time I really put anything in the coffee. Is a teaspoon of unsweetened cocoa. It's a coffee hack. Walmart has it. Yeah. Price Chopper, all your fine supermarkets, it's in there now, I believe, and they have different variations and stuff like that, and it is a good coffee. And again, I'm not promoting it. I'm not sponsored by it. It'd be nice if I could get sponsored. That'd be great. That'd be one company I'd like to be sponsored by. But I am a customer, have been for many years, and it's a very good. There's a brand out there I have yet to try. It's called Black Rifle. It's probably about the same thing, and I'll have to try it, Rich. Yeah, if you like black coffee, it's a good black coffee. I don't put any, just straight black. It's a little bit. It's got a little bit of a kick to it on the caffeine side, and it's very smooth. It doesn't leave any taste. Sometimes when you drink a black coffee, you get a little bitter taste. It's very smooth, so I enjoy it. Speaking of smooth, I could put some Crown Royal in it, right? I've got like a bottle and a third over there. When I left the day job at my going away dinner gathering, so to speak, there a week ago, over a week ago, my replacement, the individual that took over my spot when I left. There you go. Yeah, Tony, you know what I'm talking about. He gave me a bottle of Crown Royal as we're going out in the parking lot. He goes, "Rich, I got one more thing for you." I go, what do you mean? I don't. And you get a plaque with everybody's signatures on, a picture, plaque, and all that, and the picture of another thing, and says, "I just want to have a good meal, have a drink, and toast to good times and stuff." But he goes to his car and comes back, and he couldn't bring it into. Where did we go? We went to Chi-Chi's, and it was a bottle of another full bottle of peach Crown Royal. So I guess because I talked about it so much, I got a bottle of Crown Royal. So I said, "Hey, anytime you want to stop at the house, we can do a couple shots and stuff like that." But that's good. It's good. Let's see. Let's get to our thought for the day. Our thought for the day comes from Florence Nightingale, who we've had on here before. She is a English statistician, but most notably, she was a nurse, an English social reformer, and founder of modern nursing. Nightingale was prominent while serving as a manager and trainer of nurses during the Crimea War, in which she organized care for the wounded soldiers in Constantinople, as far as that goes. Born in Florence, Italy, I guess that's why her name was Florence, Nightingale being the nurse, and she passed away in London, the UK. But very, very determined, as far as nursing, very, very important job, very dedicated job. But here's her quote and our thought for the day. "You ask me why I do not write something. I think one's feelings waste themselves in words. They ought to all be distilled into action and into actions which bring results." So I might have Santos raid Ellen in a bit. Okay. Let's see. Cool. Whatever that is, I might have Santos raid Ella in a bit. Okay. So Chris must be doing viewing of broadcasts. So with Florence Nightingale here, you look at some of the key words. It's we all talk. Talk can be cheap. I think this is a more elegant way. You can talk. You can write a book. There's everybody's writing a book now. And yeah, I figured that out there, Chris. I just as far as that goes, you have that multitasking aspect there and stuff. I got the blinders on. I got to stay right here on Twitch broadcast. But her key words there is, don't waste your time, and take the words that you're talking about and put them into action. But put them into action that brings results, good things. And she's one that she looked at something, nursing, and she organized. And nursing is probably was a lot more organized today because of her efforts and what she did. So her quote, "You ask me why I do not write something." And I don't recall anything being written by her, stuff like that. But she's writing this right here. "You ask me why I do not write something. I think one's feelings waste themselves in words." We're always trying to say, "Oh, put your words down." Well, they waste themselves. She says it's a waste of time. You ought all to be the words. They ought all be distilled into an action. make those words into an action. What's that thing they use? A call to action or something like that? What are you going to do about it? And into action will bring results. And you're focusing on a result as far as hopefully for good things. So a good quote and thought for the day from Florence Nightingale, as far as that goes. Let's see. We do have a national day today. Let's see what that's all about here, as far as that goes. Let's see, Florence. And Florence Nightingale, we've had quite a few, not as many as, say, Mark Twain or Albert Einstein, but she's a regular here on the thought for the day. Let's see. We have National Kindergarten Day. You do remember when you were in kindergarten? Oh my God, that was light years away for me. Oh my God. National Rendering Day. How come they got a cow? I don't know about that. Oh damn, yeah. National Chocolate Covered Cashew Day. Ooh, that's the front runner right there. National Clean Out Your Medicine Cabinet. I don't really. I take very little medicines and stuff like that. I've been blessed. We'll see how that works in the near future here. Ooh, now it'll make me hungry. Yeah. Then there's National Yellow Bat Day. What's Yellow Bat Day? I want to go with the National Covered Cashews Day. Kindergarten. Do you remember kindergarten? Oh my God. I can vaguely remember. I'm going to go with the National Yellow Bat Day. Let's see what that one is all about. It's got a patch on there. You know what? I'm going to post this picture. You might be interested in this picture, Tony D. I'm going to go ahead and post this on my Twitter feed, folks. This has a military aspect of it. I still remember. You still remember? I can vaguely remember, but you still remember. Jeeves, that's good. You must have had some good times in kindergarten. I just remember art class. Art was always in kindergarten and first grade. That seemed to always interest me. I guess playing with the paints and stuff. I love that. Let's see. What are we looking at? Here we go. Yeah, National Yellow Bat Day. This could be an interesting one here, because it beat out National Chocolate Covered Cashews, and I love cashews. Let's see. Let's get rid of this part here. We'll get rid of that, and we have posted it. And let's see. What is National Yellow Bat Day? Well, today, like I said, today is April 21st, 2023, a Friday. It is the 111th day of the year. It is the 16th week of the year, and we're 30% through the year as far as that goes. I remember taking afternoon. Yeah, I'm gonna probably after you remember taking afternoon naps when you were in kindergarten, or now in Kentucky, Mike. National Yellow Bat Day. April 21st honors Yellow Bat Day. On this day in 1967, the Army activated the 265th Army Security Agency Company, the Airborne, with the 101st Airborne Division at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Hashtag National Yellow Bat Day. The official insignia of the 265th is a bat with outstretched wings on a full moon rising with a motto, "Through the night below." Symbolically, the bat represents mystery and secrecy due to its nautical nature. The bat fittingly describes the intelligence support provided by the Army Security Agency Battalion. Before being deployed, the personnel painted all their military vehicles and equipment with a yellow bat. The symbol made the equipment clearly visible from a distance and aided in identifying all unit equipment. On November 19th, the same year, they deployed to Vietnam with the designation 265th Radio Research Company Airborne to provide intelligence support for the 101st Airborne Division, arriving a few weeks ahead of the Viet Cong Tet Offensive. That was a big battle, the Tet Offensive. I've actually talked to individuals when I was in the volunteer fire department before I went into the service. A fire chief, he was a fire captain, assistant chief, and a fire chief. He was in the Tet Offensive. It was a pretty nasty battle there. One of the nastiest battles. They soon learned of the North Vietnam's campaign. However, few commanders would believe the intelligence. Well, the commanders back there were a bunch of dumbasses, or else they would have. Vietnam, if you look at history, we should have never been there in the first place. But we should have won. That war should have been won and over with within the first 2 years. Same thing with Afghanistan. And when we bailed out of there a few years back, that was atrocious. We could have done it a lot better. And I almost want to start saying that about the Ukraine war. The Ukrainians, they're battling the Russians. Let's get it done. Let's finish it out and stuff like that. It just seems like the United States is spending over $170 billion. That's the figure I'm hearing right now. That's way too much. I could see supporting it, but when you're throwing money, and it's probably keeping their head above water and stuff like that, which I fully understand. But there's something that's wrong with that equation. It keeps on getting more and more and more. We did the same thing in Afghanistan. We did the same thing in Vietnam. When we start doing that, that should be a red flag that says, you know what, we need to tone that down a little bit. As far as that goes, 170 billion. Yeah, that's the figure I'm hearing right now, Tony. Over the last couple of years, that's how much we put into that. I'm all for supporting the Ukraine, but I don't see anything on the news now. It's like everybody's. So are people making money? That's why we're keeping it low key. Are people like individuals like President Biden making money from his son and stuff like that? I'm just saying. Just putting the question out there as far as that goes. And there's money trails to be followed in that category. So we'll just see what happens. You said it, Kentucky Mike. I didn't. As far as that goes, the individual. But it's not just that individual. It's probably other people. Because when you're talking that amount of money, it's a lot of money exchanging hands. And we don't need to be over there for 10 freaking years again. Let's get it done and get it over with. The president over there, Ukraine. Let's get a completion action. Let's do some action. I don't want to hear words. Just like going back with Florence Nightingale's quote. I don't want to hear words. I want to see action and complete the thing. And Russia, I don't know. We got a different dynamic because China's starting to stick their nose into it. So, but anyway, it is National Yellow Bat Day, and to recognize an outstanding unit there. I like the patch. I do like the patch. It's an intelligence radio intelligence, and they were telling those commanders over in Vietnam, hey, this is what the Viet Cong, the North Vietnam, and they were vicious battlers and stuff like that. They were battling for their country. It was like their American Revolution, if you really look at it, in a sense. But we should have never been over there that long. And I always go back to what General MacArthur told President John F. Kennedy. You want to stay out of Vietnam. But as far as that goes. But anyway, let's see. Yesterday did talk about a good story about this eagle that is adopted an eaglet. But after, I guess before that, it was mentoring a rock. It was taking care of after it was actually sitting on a rock trying to hatch it. But that's the eagle's instincts. That's the bird's instincts in the spring. They build nests and stuff like that. It's not that the eagle's lonely or anything like that. But then they had this baby eaglet, and it adopted him. And eagles, falcons, and hawks, they can take in abandoned birds and stuff like that. So that was a pretty good story yesterday. Let's see. Last night, the Mets beat the Giants. Okay, that's good. First time. And the Yankees beat the Angels last night, so that's good. They beat the Angels. So they're both teams, both the New York teams are on the California swing out there. Last night in the NBA, we had... okay, where's my scores here for the NBA? There we go. Let's go Mets. Exactly. Let's go Mets. Who are they playing today? Let's see. What times are they playing today? I forgot to say that. Let's see. Today the Mets will. The Yankees. Here we go. Tonight at 7:05, the Yankees. They're back in Yankee Stadium, playing the Blue Jays. Blue Jays are tough. And Kentucky Mike's a Braves fan. I know. I don't really care. I don't like them Braves. Kentucky Mike. The Braves are the National League's version of the Boston Red Sox, I guess. You know, as far as they're playing good ball though. I gotta admit they are playing good ball. And let's see, the Yankees are playing the Blue Jays. Who are the Mets playing? Mets are playing the Giants later tonight at 10:05. And Blue Jays are good. Yeah, they're. I think they're first in the. Yeah. Oh no, they're not first in the standings. They're down. Let's see. The Rays are still up in first, 16-3. Yankees are in second, 4 games behind. Orioles, they move up. They moved up ahead of the Blue Jays, so they must have had a good stance against the Blue Jays. Red Sox are in the cellar. That's good. And then over in the National League, we have the Braves. They're 14-5. The Mets are a game and a half. And then it's the Marlins. The Brewers are still first in their division, and the Diamondbacks are doing it out there in the National League West. Last night in the NBA, we had a couple games. The Suns they won, so that series with the Clippers is 2-1. The Celtics play tonight. At 7 o'clock. The Cavaliers are in New York playing the Knicks. That's tied series. The Celtics are 2-0 against the Hawks. Let's see. Last night, I guess. Let's see. Last night, the Kings lost to the Warriors. So the Warriors won a game. That's 2-1. So the first round continues as far as that goes. NBA is Kentucky. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's true. That's March Madness and stuff here. That was an upset in this past March Madness there. Kentucky Mike, the University of Kentucky, that great basketball. And we're at 0.2%, Chris Tech, on the CPU rate. I'm just loving saying that because I can remember it was like between 20 and 30, and then sometimes it would jack up to 40 and come back down to 20. I mean, it's steady. It goes from 2, it went up to 6, now it's back down to 2. Jeez Louise. We do have some football going on this weekend. Let's see, Bull played. The Chicago Bulls played the Raptors. Okay, let's see who won that game. Let's see. Are they in the playoffs, the Bulls and Raptors? I don't think Bulls did. How come I don't see them? They didn't. Did they play last night? Jeez, I don't see them on the scoreboard. I don't think they made the playoffs. You got the Bucks and Heat. I don't know. Are the Bulls and I don't think they're in the playoffs, Jeeves. Bulls and Raptors. Tony, am I wrong about that or what? Kentucky, 32 Kentucky players are on NBA player rosters. Oh, really? Oh, there's a stat. Kentucky, they produce some good players. Geez, I don't think the Raptors are in the playoffs here. They're not showing up on my scoreboard here. The Heat and Bucks, Lakers, Grizzlies, Kings, Warriors, 76ers, Nets, Suns, Clippers. I'm not seeing them on the scoreboard. I'll have to check that later. We do have some football this week with the 10th week of the XFL, the last week going into the playoffs. Some pretty important games. I thought I missed two. I only missed 1 week. I missed the 8th week. I thought I missed two, but I did make some picks on the. I was 50% last week. This week I got the Orlando Guardians against the St. Louis Battle. The Battlehawks need to win this game because it could be playoff implications. I'm picking. That's been my team. I've been my favorite team. Raptors got beat out in the playoff round. Oh, okay, playing round. Okay, gotcha. Kentucky Mike. Okay, you checked on that. Okay, I didn't see the Raptors or the Bulls. I think they were just outside. The Lakers snuck in there. They weren't supposed to make it. So I'm picking the St. Louis Battlehawks to win against the Orlando Guardians. The next game is the DC Defenders. So DC Defenders, they're already in the playoffs, and they have home field advantage with their record. They're playing against San Antonio. I'm still picking DC Defenders should beat that because San Antonio is not that good of a team. Those are the Saturday games at 12 and 3. And the Sunday games at the 3 o'clock game, I'm picking the Houston Roughnecks. They're a favorite team. I think they're still trying to win their playoff berth. This is the 3 o'clock. They're playing Arlington, the Battle of Texas, you could say. Houston, Texas against the Arlington, Texas teams. This other one, this is where this would help the Battlehawks. And I'm not sure this is going to happen. Vegas Vipers, I'm picking them to win against the Seattle Sea Dragons, which are tied with the Battlehawks for the playoff because the playoffs are such. Yeah, the season is over for both the Bulls and Raptors. Okay, Tony, thank you. Let's see, DC Defenders, they're in the playoffs. Yeah, see, the Battlehawks, if they lose and Seattle wins, Seattle goes in the playoffs and Battlehawks don't. In the XFL South, Roughnecks, they've clinched a division. They've clinched and they've got let's see, what's their letters? X, Y, and X. What's Y? Clinched South Division Championship berth and clinched North Division berth. Or they have home. It's the Arlington. So and the Roughnecks, it's still up in the air, I guess, as far as that goes. So. The Roughnecks have clinched a playoff berth, and it's the DC. So there's still some, even in the last week of XFL, there's still some playoff contingencies there as far as that goes. That's something we could probably talk about this weekend, Tony, if you're available. I know you got Jason this weekend, so we'll play that by ear. So this is the last week of the XFL, and then they go into the playoffs next week. The new guys on the block is the XFL or the USFL. What's that? What's that? Oh, okay. They're having conversing in the. We're on week 2 of the USFL, which started last week with the Philadelphia Stars beating the Memphis Showboats 27-23. The New Jersey Generals lost to the Birmingham Stallions, who were the champions. Play by ear. Sunday morning is looking good. Okay, so we can do the Sunday morning thing. That'd be good. We can go over all this football here and stuff like that. I'm going to try and watch some games. I never really watched XFL. It's not a bad. I've watched enough to say that it's well worth the watch if you're a football fan. You know, I've watched a couple. The beginning of the season, I watched some complete games. It's sort of like it's on the college and a little bit above the college level. The fan base is huge now. I'm seeing stadiums that are full. You know, last year when they had the USFL, and last week was like that for the USL, their first week. Nobody in the stands. XFL, whole different story. There's freaking people all over the place, and I think it's because they're playing in their home cities. The USFL, they only played one spot last year, and that was Birmingham. And I thought that was a disadvantage because Birmingham, the team from Birmingham, what's their team? The Stallions. They, were they always home field? They were right there. They had a home base. Kentucky might. I can't complain about the XFL or the USFL. Just straight up football, no gimmicks. Exactly. And the thing is, I love the mic when they mic people and stuff. It makes you feel you're really in tune, and especially when they're going over the penalties, it's very eye opening. And last week, Michigan Panthers. I watched some of this game. I thought Houston was going to win, but Michigan, they won. They're 1-0. Pittsburgh Maulers lost to the New Orleans Breakers 22-15. So this week, week 2, the Houston Gamblers are down in New Orleans. Houston Gamblers are 0-1. That's the 12:30 game on USA. The 7 o'clock game on Fox, it's going to be the Memphis Showboats against the Birmingham Stallions. I'll probably watch that game. Let's see, that's Saturday night, tomorrow night. I might watch that game. And then on Sunday, the 1 o'clock game, it's going to be the Jersey Generals and against the Pittsburgh Maulers. They're both 0-1. And I'll give it a watch. Yeah, I think it's good. I think that's going to be an interesting game right there. I'd like to see Birmingham lose. They're the winners of last year's USFL. It was a successful season for them. And even last year, I watched some of the games. So it's not the NFL, but it's still football. And there's NFL, these guys are playing, and they have the support of the NFL. So, and then the 7 o'clock game on FS1 tomorrow night, the Michigan Panthers against the Philadelphia Stars. They're both 1-1. That might be a good game there, too. So we're in week 2 of the XFL as far as that goes. So that's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting stuff, as we say. And so I like bringing that and talking about the sports. And that's cool. Yes, I agree, Jeeves. It's interesting. It's just interesting to see football. The basketball's going. You got the baseball going. So we got, I guess, hockey's going. I don't want to start. I know squat about hockey. I mean, the one full hockey game I can remember. I've been to a couple hockey games. I went to a couple Bruin games. Very interesting. But on TV, the one and most memorable hockey game was the Miracle on Ice when the U.S. beat the Soviet Union in the Lake Placid Olympics there, as far as that goes. And Chris Technician is still here. Okay, thank you, Chris. Let's go ahead and do a dinner report, seeing that you're still here, Chris. And there's no rush now, okay? Now, Chris Technician, for those people watching on the replay on Rumble and YouTube, Chris Technician is in the chat with a host of others here. What do we, as far as that goes? We've been on for 45 minutes. And he gives a dinner report, and we take part in that dinner report. So let's see. Chris Technician, for his dinner report, he had pepperoni melt from Pizza. How are those? Are those good? I see the commercials. We don't have Pizza Hut around here anymore. They got chased out by all the local pizzerias and stuff. But that pizza melt commercial with breadsticks. Okay. Kentucky Mike. Talladega. Oh, the Talladega. Oh, the NASCAR Talladega race. Yeah, what is it? Talladega. Talladega. Yeah, I can't pronounce it. The missus can pronounce it. NASCAR. I watched NASCAR, Kentucky Mike. That's a pretty interesting sport. Let's see. Yeah, melts are good. Okay. And he had it with breadsticks. Let's see. Tony comes in with, he always has the high-end dinner there. Hickory bourbon, salmon with fries, and New Orleans seafood from Ruby Tuesdays. Ooh. Does that sound good?
It sounds good, but I don't do seafood, so.
Oh, yeah. We used to have there used to be a Ruby Tuesday at the old Oakdale Mall. Is there one down at the...
No, it was Oakdale Mall.
Yeah, Oakdale. It's not there anymore. They went out of business. And Chris Technician says good morning to the missus. Tony said good morning. I watch NASCAR Yeah, there's some good races on NASCAR. Some very good races. The one I usually watch, Kentucky Mike, religiously is the Daytona 500. And then I it's sort of like watch it here and there and stuff because there's a lot of action. So we got a lot of sports going on this weekend. A lot of sports going on this weekend. Let's see. We had last night the missus. She made some soup. They had what? Well,
Use that term loosely.
heated up soup. Let's see. Jeeves had homemade chicken broth, ramen, and fried chicken, and pot stickers. And yeah, Mr. Twix, where's mine? We had grilled cheese and soup. I had Manhattan. Yeah, she heated up the soup. I had a can of Campbell's chunky Manhattan clam chowder. I don't like the New England. I like the Manhattan. The other family members had was it tomato soup? Yeah, tomato soup. I used to be a big tomato soup fan, but I don't know. It just I guess if I had to, it doesn't turn me off or anything like that. But I love the Manhattan clam chowder, as far as that goes. So we had that and grilled cheese, where it tasted pretty good. Ooh, the lawn's looking nice.
I did make brownies.
Oh, that's right. She did make brownies, and for dessert, that's right. I forgot about the dessert.
Those are the best part.
Scoop of ice cream on top of a brownie. Oh my God, that was good. And Kentucky Mike comes in with sloppy joes, as far as that goes. Sloppy joes are always good. Ooh, we haven't had those in a while, have we?
No, we haven't.
No, that's a good suggestion there, Kentucky Mike. Thank you. And that's our dinner report. Damn, I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm hungry. I've been hungry since I mentioned chocolate covered cashews. That's pretty good. Let's see, in our good history for the day, let's see what we got here. I can't have tomato soup because of the acid. Is tomato soup acidy? Oh, really? Okay. The missus is nodding the head there. So, let's see. We got an interesting history here. In 751 BC was the traditional date which Romulus and Remus founded Rome. I guess that's when the city of Rome was first founded, and let's see, in 1944 in France, women gained voting rights. I think women already had voting rights here in the States, though. Let's see. Paul McCartney, on this day in 1990, performed for the first time in Brazil at Rio de Janeiro for 184 fans, smashing box office records and gaining him entry into the Guinness Book of World Records for the largest concert audience. Also for the largest, yesterday we had SpaceX launched Starship. Starship didn't get off of the rocket. It went up, and about 4 minutes into the flight, it flopped, and they exploded it. But they said it was a success because it cleared. They're looking at data. Yeah, I saw that too, Chris. Yesterday, it was great. It's like, oh my God, look, most powerful rocket ever launched, and it blew up. Well, I think they hit the detonation button from what they were saying on the commentary. They didn't want it coming down, so they blew it up because it's parts and it's a lot less intrusive, I guess, or something like that. So but the actual Starship never separated from the initial. But it did get up there. It was up about 35 miles. Technically, they say it wasn't really in space. I say it was in space. No, I think it's up 60 miles, maybe. I'm not sure what the boundary of space is. Maybe it's 100 miles. Elon said they can study it for you. Yeah, they were looking at a lot. They were just hoping that it cleared and it did. It cleared the launch structure and stuff like that, and it was going pretty good for a while. And then you could see some of the engines, because they got like 35 engines on that first stage there, and so it was a success there. They knew, okay, it was a 50-50 chance of it really completing its full mission, where if the Starship separated, it would have continued around the world and then dropped down into the Pacific Ocean, just about 300 miles northwest of Hawaii, as far as that goes. So they've got a lot of data to look at, and that's what they did. If you look at the SpaceX's Dragon rocket, or is it Dragon, the capsule? Whatever the rocket that keeps on going up and stuff like that, the reusable ones. When they first started launching those, they were blowing up a little bit. They were a little shaky. You gotta dial it in a little bit, tune it in, and that's what they're gonna do. That's what they call it, engineering, as far as that goes. Let's see. 24 years ago, on this day, 1990, the Irish singer-songwriter Sean O'Connor hit number one in the U.S. single charts with her version of Prince's "Nothing Compared to You," as far as that goes. And Jeeves, you're saying right, yeah, they got to study that, and it'll just improve on the next launch and stuff like that. So I was just a little disappointed, at least the Starship didn't even have a chance because the first stage wasn't releasing it, the main rocket there. Let's see, what else do we got? Nothing really. Oh, here we go. Let's see. On this day in 1956, Elvis Presley's first million-seller Heartbreak Hotel reached number one on the Billboard's Top 100, dominating the charts for 7 weeks. He was a monster on the radio charts. And let's see. And that's about it, I believe. Yeah. Yep, that's about it as far as interesting history as far as that goes and stuff. So there we have it. And we're sitting at 50. We're going up 54 minutes. Oh, okay. So this is good. I'm liking this. I'm getting settled in to doing the morning broadcast here. And what is it? One of the big news yesterday, I did get the official notification that I will be retiring officially in May. Okay, all the paperwork has been taken care of, finalized on that. That was some of the work I had to do yesterday, so that's a big relief. Let's see, Kentucky Mike. I was born on Elvis's 40th birthday in January 8th, 1975. Wow. In 75, I was just starting high school, Kentucky Mike. I was just starting 9th grade. I was a freshman in high school in 75. Oh my God. Good morning, Jack.
Are we old or are we old?
Huh?
Are we
Yeah,
old?
where did the time go?
I don't know.
Oh my God. I just
I
and
just
that's one.
turned 40.
What's that?
I just turned 40.
Yeah, we just turned 40. And but the missus is retired also, just so you know. We're both retired. We're a retired married couple as far as that goes, and we're going to enjoy things. And Kentucky Mike, you're 48. Okay. You're still a youngster there, I can say. Chris Technician, my dad started working at the fire station in 85. And let's see, 85, I was just coming back from Korea. 1985?
Didn't we get married in 86?
Yeah, but January, February of 85.
Oh, okay.
I met you that summer of 85, and we didn't start going out until December of 85 because I had I had that fire incident, was a possible backflash
That's right.
up there at Griffiths. And I found myself sitting on my ass. I'm thinking, you know what? I need to call that girl downstate there. Saying, notice how I didn't say the towns in there. But I gave her very good friend there that tried setting us up a year. She tried setting us up a year.
Well, yeah, because we had met the year before.
Because I think her overall plan was, when my best friend married the missus's best friend, I got an invitation. I think she was going to introduce me to you during the wedding and stuff like that. So, but I made that phone call to her friend, and I had a ring in my ear afterwards. Did she call you right afterwards? Yeah, she's not. I knew that. I had a ringing in my ear saying, because I was scared shitless. Oh, sorry. When I first met the missus, I was like, holy crap, look at this. She, it's just like, I'm just a knucklehead. It's like, I'm just a bonehead.
You were impressed that I had a car.
Was I? Yeah.
You were impressed that I had a car.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah. What was a hatchback?
Yeah.
Some type of hatchback. What the hell was it?
Dodge.
Yeah, she had.
Remember it had no power steering.
Yeah, but it was a nice. I thought it was a nice.
I fit a lot of stuff in that car.
Yeah, it was a nice looking car.
Yeah.
Of course, I had. What did I have? I had the old the Pontiac Firebird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. I was sporting with the Pontiac Firebird and stuff like that. The wedge type. In 19. What was it? 85. Yeah, I had that I got that in 82 when I came back from the Philippines and stuff. But so some good memories there as far as that goes. And that's what it's all about. Life, you travel through this thing called life, and you have some good memories. And it's not all been good. We've had our issues and stuff like that. Believe me, she could have kicked this dude out of the house at least 3 or 4 times. That's what happens when you come home drunk, I guess. I don't do that anymore. It's like I got some stories on that, but I'm not going to share them here because they're it's a family story as far as that goes. And let's see. Remember when? Yeah, there we go. There's a title for a broadcast. Remember when? ... Fill in the blanks afterwards. We've all been there. Kentucky Mike said exactly. Kentucky Mike. We've all been there. Done that, got the T-shirt, and but life is good as far as that goes. Tony, Tony says you're hilarious. She tells it like it is. It's a straight scoop and stuff like that. There's no beating around the bush with her and stuff. So, let's see what's on the agenda today. Probably if I don't take a nap, I might be broadcasting maybe tonight. Lord of the Rings, definitely this weekend. I definitely have to get. I've been playing Lord of the Rings on the new box, and it's stellar. I jokingly say, and I said this, and Chris texted, "Why'd you leave it there?" I had it on ultra high, and you could see the blades of grass in the game moving, and I'm like, "Nah, I'm gonna bring that down." I just, let's see, I'm feeling it now. The one thing since I've gotten this new computer, I'm just surprised how cool it stays. Of course, I've got a picture over there on my Twitter feed at Fireman Rich, and it's a picture I put. When did I post that picture up? Let's take a look. At Fireman Rich, if you want to look at the new PC box that I didn't promote that yesterday. Let me see. Let's see what that looks like. It's a good picture. It's a picture I took. It was in the evening, but it's got a nice red glow to it because it's got the red lights and all that stuff like that. So. Yeah, there it is. It's what did I post about it? I go new PC desktop I'm using now. It's sweet, and it is sweet. It's right. I have a little stand that I put in between the filing cabinet next to the printer and the desk here, and it's got a honeycomb grate to it and stuff. It does look like a gaming. Yes, it is a gaming computer. That's what they told it. It's a pre-built. It's basically a pre-built. And the reviews on this one, there was this one guy on YouTube that really was dogging it. And he kept on talking about heat. Now I'm feeling this. It's super cool. I mean, it's got a fan in the back. It's got a fan on the Navid 1660 graphic card, and there's a fan on the CPU, of course. That's a good size fan, and there's a fan on the power supply. And I was a little concerned and worried about a heat problem because the power supply is on the bottom and the fan blows down, but it's like a small gap. But I think being up, if you look at the picture, how open it is around it and stuff, and there's a big side grate where on the left side, where you have the honeycomb grate screen that's all open with the red light shining out. There's a lot of air circulating, right? I didn't want to put it down in the, I got the 2 old PCs, the one that's not working, and the ADM that I'm using, and there's a little ledge there where I can put this thing. This is the thing I've been using. And what this is a I can open it. That's the old that's a hard drive in my last box. It's a 500 gigabyte, half a terabyte So I have that sitting over there, and I've been looking at it for different files and stuff like that. So this setup works real well, and I'm enjoying it. And as far as that goes, so last night I tried hooking up the printer. The printer wouldn't work and stuff, and there was something there that also when I was working, trying to get the printer connected. What else do I got here? I can show and tell here. I have this thing. Does anybody know what this is? This is an external CD drive. I use this for my Surface 3 as far as that goes. And for some reason, the new box did not recognize this. So it's something like, I don't know if it's older hardware or what, but it did work on the... well, I was able to load up the printer drive. Let's see. Good morning, Tina. I think my brain was retired. I forgot you were on. That's all right, Tina. No problem. You're fine. I miss hacking DirecTV cards. Haha, Tim Fan. Yeah. So the box is a real. I have to say it's a real sweet box. It's the Acer Nitro 50, and it was on the high end. I got, was it 1 terabyte of solid state, and then 2 terabytes of hard drive, an actual hard drive in there. It's 2 terabytes. Now the older box is a 1 terabyte, and like I said, the drive that was in the box that went belly up, that's 500 gigabyte as far as that goes. Tim Fan, I use one of these external hard drives for that. And the thing of it is, I'm glad I bought it because I've always, and the price was good. It was like $25, $27. And when I was getting the power supply for the Intel Acer box, and let's see, you need drives for them. Yeah. Oh, for the printers. Yeah. I was able to load it up and I found the driver. Jack is a good cat. He's the senior statesman over the cats here and stuff. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. And like I said, the test that we did last night, Tony and I, with the Twitch guest stars, I'm liking guest stars now. Guest stars is a nice little option there to use. So and I guess we just came to the conclusion, and Chris Technician was in the chat on that broadcast, and we just came to the general consensus that to use guest stars, you got to have at least 16 gig. I know Chris Technician, he's used it in the past, but most of us are using Restream, StreamYards, and EVVux, Mux. And Chris Technician likes guest stars. It's just a matter of setting it up and stuff like that. But you have to use OBS. I finally figured out. I think my problem the last time, and maybe that was the main problem, was when you're using, you can't use your regular camera with guest stars. You have to go via OBS. Okay, you have to use the virtual cam on. You bring up your camera in OBS, but then you have to activate for the guest stars. You have to use the virtual cam. Yes, my old PC has 8 gig of RAM and it handled it. And I think, Chris, you saying that, yeah, 8 gig, and you have a better connection and stuff, and a more updated 8 gigabyte computer there than mine probably. And let's see, Jeeves uses Discord with OBS. Okay, yeah, I like OBS. OBS is, like, this is great. I'm at a high. I'm high on the CPU here, Chris Tech. I'm at 0.5%. I'm still 30%. I'm tempted to go to 60 frames per second on this thing, but I'll save that for next week or something like that. Yes, my new PC is much better. It has 16 gig of RAM. Yeah, 16. I was looking at that. I'm glad I opted for the 32. It's just Helen. She it was a couple. Was it last month, I guess, when I was talking about getting a possible new box, and I was looking at the those boxes you can find on Amazon and eBay that are refurbished, because they were pretty. There's some good systems out there for the price, but it's like buying a used car. You get what you pay for, I guess, in a sense. Helen, there was a broadcast, I think. was on Randy W. Horton, where Helen was on, Tony was on, and I was on with, and we're talking about it. And Helen suggested one should always go for the 32 gig if you can. You should do 1080p at 60 frame. That's, I don't know. I'm scared to do that, Jeeves. I'm always a low end type of guy, you know. It's just like, so I might do that once or I might try a test as far as that goes. I'm surprised Tony's MacBook has 8 gig of RAM. Oh, is it 8 gig? Is that what we figured it was? 8 gig, as far as that goes. So, but that's interesting. That it's all this technology that we have. God, it's just like, I'm looking at it now and just thinking that that's what I do is 8 gig. Okay. Just thinking about it, I can remember when there was no internet. Okay, prior to what is it? When did the internet start with everybody? I remember being on my Commodore 64 back in the was it 1980, 81, 82. For me, that was big time. I still have it sitting up in the attic there. I should break that out. But I loved the Commodore 64. I loved it. Oh my God, I would spend hours. I mean, if I wasn't on that, I was probably at the bar at the base, at the NCO club or Airman's Lounge there when I was the NCO club there. I guess in the 80s. I was an NCO back in the 80s. Yeah. So there we have it, and as far as that goes, so it looks like we got blue skies out there, partly cloudy and such, as far as that goes. So let's see, and we are over an hour. Wow, we're about 13 minutes before Hal. What's Hal? What's Hal's card? We're going to be off before Hal and stuff like that, but let's give Hal's a broadcaster here. He comes on at 7. Yeah, Hal. Yeah, he's on at 7. He comes on at 7. So those that are here, I usually have Hal in the background now and stuff. I'm doing some stuff as far as I find myself just as busy this last week. Oh, there goes my cards here. Oh, and pick them up here. I find myself just as busy this first full week of not being at the day job. I'll take care of these later here, as far as that goes. So, and I plan to keep busy and keep on doing some stuff. The one thing, I'm running 32 gigabyte RAM on my Mac Studio. Oh, so you're at 32 gigs too? Geez, okay. And Chris said show off. Yeah. It's sweet, Jeeves. I have to say it is very sweet. I mean, it's just like it is amazing. It is amazing and stuff like that. So I was glad I spent the few extra dollars to go that route and to get this PC box. And it was.
I thought you were talking about all the time you spent with your wife.
What's that?
I thought you were talking about all the time you were spending with your wife.
Oh. No, I've been this last week I've been been doing a lot of stuff for the missus, and one of the things I didn't talk about, we caught the red squirrel that's out in the garage. I had the trap set. I forgot to talk about that, just thinking about it now. A few years back I caught the mother, father, and the little one all on 3 separate occasions and relocated them away from the house. You're supposed to, I did some research. I got this little trap. It traps them alive. I put a couple walnuts in there. They go after the walnut. And I think there was always one way back in the tree line, but I guess when this family got relocated, he finally came up to the garage, and we've been seeing the little presents he's been dropping on along in the garage, and I set the trap out. It just took one day, and he was in there, and the missus comes in and says, "You got a little friend in your trap," and it's like, "Oh wow, that was quick." And there's 3 nuts. I think I'm down to 2 walnuts now that have been in there for like a year or so. So they're vintage walnuts, and so I relocated that little critter back down to the local park, which is a ways away. It's on the other side of the town here, and or the village. And so it's going to be happy there. It's a start, and we made sure the missus said make sure it doesn't look like it's a female and it's nursing, and it was a youngster. It was a youngster and stuff. I've only heard one, and looking at it, it sort of stopped and looked at me like, "Who are you?" and stuff. It wasn't as scared as the other ones were. It seemed when I put the cage in the car, it seemed real docile. It was in the back. It was sort of dark, so it just sort of was real calm. And then once I got out at the park, and there's a little stream right there with a bunch of trees, and there's some chestnuts and walnuts down there that they can eat. So better it be there than in the garage, romping around and destroying stuff. And then there was a little hole on the back of the garage I ended up filling up. So that was one of the last sort of last minute tasks that I had to do as far as to fix that up and stuff like that. So that was something I was thinking, oh, I can do this summer, but it's already taken care of. So that's pretty cool. All right, folks, I'm just jabbering here. I'm going to go ahead, and we're over an hour. We're at an hour and 13 minutes. We're getting some good broadcasting here on the Friday, but it is Friday, so that's always a good thing as far as that goes. Broadcasting and welcoming in. Thank God it's Friday. The weekend's here, folks. The weekend is here for you, for all you working stiffs. I'm not a working stiff anymore. Well, I still work. I work around the house as far as that goes. All right, folks, I want to say thank you to everyone in the chat there. I want to say thank you to Tony D, coming in from Warner Robins, Georgia. Thank you, Tony. Have a great day. You're at the day job. Thank you, Mr. Twix Jeeves. Known Jeeves for a long time. Thank you, LadyCat31, for being here. Thank you, Chris Technician, as always. Thank you, Tim Fan. Be careful out there on the job site, sir. And Kentucky Mike, great having you here. Thank you very much for being here. Don't be a stranger. And thank you, Tina. And as far as being here, and don't worry about being forgetful. Just to say, I've noticed I've been a little forgetful on some things this last week. It's all part of life, okay? So be good. Don't worry about it. And I think that's about it. That's everybody that was in the chat that I see scrolling down. And yeah, Tina was the last one to come in. So, and for those people that may have been sitting back watching this, hey, that's cool. No problem. I just hope you enjoyed the broadcast. You all have a great day wherever you may be on this big blue marble. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. And Tony coming in with the bazanga. Tina saying bye, you all. Saying thank Rich. At least I made. Yeah, you made it, Tina. Don't worry. You're okay. We got you covered. No problem. Have a great Friday. You too, Chris Technician. And Jeeves says later. Take care, everyone. You too, Jeeves. And with that, you all have a great one. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. Again, as always, peace. Thanks again, guys.